say, yo, the week has gone by so quick. It's insane. Um, I hope all you're having a great day so far. Happy afternoon. Um, I just gotta warn y'all. I have to warn you. I'm about to talk some major shit. So it might be a little bit excessive swearing going on in this review. So if you get offended easily, I suggest you exit stage left before I commence. Um, so let's get into it. By the way, I just want to say it was damn good yesterday seeing Constance Towers back on GH, even if it is in a flashback role of Helena Cassadine. She looks fabulous as usual. That woman is 83 years old and she puts a lot of young girls to shame the way she looks. Like she dresses flawlessly, always on point, hair always on point, makeup always on point. The woman is just always on point. You know what I mean? That's a gorgeous ass lady to be 83 years old. She's still mobile. She still, looks good as hell. She doesn't even look 80. You know what I mean? Like that woman looks gorgeous. So, shout outs to Constance Towers. Um, so let me get into this. Let me talk about the irrelevant character first. And I think you all know who I'm talking about. Uh Michelle Stafford, aka Nina Reeves, Clay, Lansing, Cassadine. Um I have no use. I'm not even saying this to be mean. I'm being honest because I'm not mean. You know what I mean? I say what I say, not to be mean, not to be rude, but to be blunt, to be perfectly honest, to be frank. I just feel I don't see the value in the Nina character. I don't see any value in her. You know what I mean? Like whatsoever. What is the value? I don't see any longevity with this character. I really don't. And she's been on the show since what, 2014? I just don't see the longevity. I mean, where's the payoff for her? Maybe it's the writing that they're giving her. I don't know, but I just don't see it. Me personally, I don't see it. Um, I'm sick and tired of her whining every episode. I mean, I'm not totally against her. I get certain things that she's saying about Valentine and Anna. I get it. You know what I mean? Because we all see it. We see the emotional connection Valentine has with Anna. We see that. And that's not good or healthy for a married person. You know what I mean? When you have a spouse and you're basically emotionally connected to another individual who is not your spouse, that's wrong. I will say that. I agree with her on that. But I agree with Valentine more so because of the simple fact that, yeah, he's wrong for lying about where he is when he's with Anna. He's wrong for that. You know? He's very wrong. I agree. I can admit that. But I agree with him. He hasn't physically cheated. He probably thought about it, but he hasn't crossed that line. Um I just don't understand like with her like why does she always have to like come to this conclusion that she needs to divorce him or it's over. Why? He's coming home to you every night. You're wearing his ring, he's wearing his ring. I don't really see what the big damn deal is. Calm down. Because here's my logic on this. And this has happened a million times before. If you keep accusing somebody of doing something that they're not doing, eventually they're going to slip up and do it. If you keep on accusing, they're going to get tired of your ass and they're going to go around and do what they got to do. And I feel like that's where this thing may be heading. I could be wrong, but it could be heading that direction. You never know. You know, if Nina keeps pushing, you're going to push him right into her bed. You might want to chillax and stop the accusations and this craziness. And I feel like ever since her and Valentine got married, since the day they got married, I felt like he was paying for somebody else's mistakes. She is still so traumatized by what happened with her and Silas over 20 years ago that any guy who she marries she's not fully gonna trust him 100%. So basically, the any man that she's with is gonna constantly and continuously pay for the mistakes of another man 20 years ago. That's not fair to that person. That's not fair to her, and it ain't fair to the relationship. She needs to go to counseling and get the fuck over it. Seriously, get over it. Get your life and get over it. What the hell? Moving on from that. So Curtis, her and Curtis were at the Metro Court, and she stomped all on the watch because Anna was at the coffee. She was at where the fuck was Anna at? She was at the cafe. Um, she was there. Whatever. I keep forgetting the name of the fucking place. You want to know why I forget the name of this shit? Because we haven't seen that restaurant. We haven't seen that cafe in so long. I'm starting to forget the name of the shit, and that's ridiculous of me to even forget the name of something that's been around for so many years. Like it's crazy to forget the name of it, but if whatever, it is. I don't because I don't get to see that place so and ever. So if I don't see something in a long time, I'll probably forget the name of it because I'm like horrible with names anyway. But anyway, um, Anna was listening in or whatever, and Nina stomped all over the watch, which fucked up the bug that Anna had in the watch, her listening device. Um, which I found ridiculous to begin with. But Nina is just mega annoying. Like seriously, they need to do something about Nina. She just irks my soul. Like seriously. So they found the bug or whatever, and now my guess is she's probably gonna be back on Valentine's side now that she know that Anna was spying on him. She probably gonna go running back to Valentine and tell him about the bug or whatever, just so that way she can, drive a wedge between him and Anna, so that way he's not gonna fuck with Anna no more on any type of level. But I don't really think that's Anna. I think that's Alex. I really do. I think that's Alex. Um. Anyway, moving on from that dumb shit, let's move on to some more dumb shit, shall we? Carly, didn't we already see this conversation just the other day with her and Bobby? And we saw the same conversation a couple of days prior with Michael. They keep having the same conversation with Carly every 5 minutes. Oh, she should give Sonny his assets back. Oh, she should take Sonny back. I'm so sick of looking at this shit. Like, seriously, why do we keep having the same conversation every day? It's like beating a dead horse over the fucking head. Like, seriously, can we move on from this shit? Can we just sign the papers and let them be divorced and we all go about our happy married life? Like, seriously, because I'm getting tired of this shit. Move on already. This is boring. Especially when you've seen them divorce like 10 million times before. Why is it so different now? There's no real difference here, except that she basically owns everything that he has. That's the only difference from past divorces, and it doesn't make for interesting TV or compelling TV. It just makes for a lot of dribble in the same conversation. So Sonny basically, you know, he was at the hospital talking with Andre about Morgan's pills, and Morgan, he was taking the pills, but the problem was Maddox has Andre prescribed initially 600 milligrams, but the pills that they tested came back as 300 milligrams. So that told them that pill something was wrong. Something was definitely wrong with those pills, and he took it to Monica, and he told Monica about it. Now they think that the pharmacy might have made a mistake. They're hoping that the pharmacy didn't make a mistake, but they're thinking that something got to be wrong because those pills um couldn't have been right, which is true. Oh, I finally got the name of the diner. Okay. Anna was at Kelly's diner. See, this is what I'm talking about. I haven't seen that fucking diner in so long. I forgot the fucking name of it. Like that's crazy, and it was at the tip of my tongue too. Uh, like seriously, yo, I have not seen this. They don't use that set like at all no more. So I completely forgot the fucking name of the diner. And that diner has been around for years, decades. And for me to forget the name of the diner, you got to know that you haven't shown this diner in that long. For me to forget the name of it, like seriously. And I love Kelly's Diner. Like I love that set, and I forgot the name. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, it was 300 milligrams, and they're just trying to get to the bottom of it. Anyway, Sonny was at his restaurant talking with Martina, and Martina basically told him to just give in to Carly, give her all the assets, and sign the divorce papers. That's the best advice. I like that advice because I'm ready for this thing to be over with. Um. So anyway, she told her just sign the divorce, give her everything. Sonny basically told her to recuse herself, which she should have done the moment she found out Sonny was her client's husband. That's what she should have did. She should have recused herself the moment she found out she slept with her client's husband or soon to be ex-husband. That's what you should have done. If you're an ethical lawyer, then that's what the fuck you should have done. So, she felt like now that she has to recuse herself, since that's the only option, she feels like her reputation is going to take a hit, but at least she won't be disbarred. That's only if the truth don't come out. Because if the truth comes out and Carly goes after her, she will be disbarred. And you already know Carly is vindictive as hell. So they sitting there holding hands, shaking hands or whatever, and that's when Carly walked in. I said, "Oh shit, all hell is about to break loose." I just hope Carly smacked that bitch in her face and tell Sonny you ain't getting shit now. Cause she probably was gonna probably compromise with him, but every time it looked like it might be a compromise, she walks in on Sonny doing something dumb, which changes her whole mind. So yet again, Sonny's the dummy. But I really don't care either way. I'm just ready for all of this to be over and done with. Um, I know some people don't like I said before, I know some people don't like Finn and Hayden together, but I like them together. I know some people think that they're boring together, but you got to remember something. If you watch General Hospital or any soap opera back in the day, like compared to today, if you watched it back in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, then you would know like relationships didn't just happen overnight. You know what I mean? You got to kind of build them up. It was a work in progress. And that's pretty much what we're seeing with the two of them. And I like relationships that, take its time, go a little slow. It's not like The Bold and the Beautiful where Thomas and Sally Spectra Jr. are sitting there telling each other that they're in love with each other after only meeting each other a week ago. I don't buy relationships like that. Like, you know what I mean? I got to see some shit play out over time. If I see it play out over time and then building it up and stuff like that, then it makes it more realistic. It makes it more believable. You know what I mean? I can see them going out on dates and stuff like that, which is another way to go. But I feel like you still need to build it up. Like you can't just have this insta love connection. Oh, I'm in love with you. Da da da. I don't buy that. It's not believable. It's not realistic. So I actually like to build to this. Like they're dating, but they're not dating. Like their relationship right now is kind of in limbo at this point because of the whole drug addiction and stuff like that. So they're kind of in limbo. But I like the relationship that they have, and I do like the friendship that Curtis has with Hayden. He's protective of her. He watches her back. So the newbies are all pretty much together on this one. Um, Even though a lot of them are veteran actors, but they're newbies on this show, so it's cool that they're all hanging out. And they're not always around the vets of this show. But anyway, so they got the results back for Finn's test, and it came back positive. So now they have proof that somebody's tampering with the test. And in a weird twist, there was another document, a part of the test that said that Hayden is pregnant. So if I'm correct, I thought that they used Finn's urine for this, but I think that they used Hayden's urine to prove that the test was rigged. So they used her urine, and it also came back that she's pregnant. I said, wait, 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 wait. How the hell is that possible? I mean, it's possible, but when was the last time Hayden and Finn even had sex on screen that we seen? Because I can't remember. And wasn't she just on the pier or at Perk's Coffee with Curtis drunk? So now all of a sudden she's pregnant. I said, what the hell? I don't know. It's kind of confusing to me. Maybe I missed something. I just wasn't paying attention one day, but I'm like, well. But anyway, I think that's everything in this episode. If I forgot something, let me know in the comments. We'll talk about it. But anyway, I hope all of you have a great day. See you all tomorrow. Have a great day.